morning, everybody. Just kidding. So I'm kind of lying to you guys. I do start my mornings off at 3 a.m. but I'm just being realistic. Right now it's 2:09. So the reason I didn't do it at 3 a.m. is simply because I am going to work and that would just take too long. Like I would have to wake up at like 2 a.m. to do this so I can record and all that. So but just trust me that this is what I do every single day when I go to work at 4 a.m. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I always start off by just getting the hair out of my face and then we moisturize. So I use this Bobbi Brown moisturizer. I don't really know why. I got it as a gift and I just really like it. It's very moisturizing, so I just always put some in the morning. I feel like it makes your foundation look way more, I don't know, glowy, natural, better, just all those good words. So I just put it pretty much all over my face and then I just rub it in. And I got it everywhere, literally everywhere, like on my neck, on my chest, under my eyes. And I'm kind of rough with it simply because I heard that being rough on your like face like this, it just makes the product really soak in and it just is good for the blood flow. So I kind of just play around. Almost till you're red actually, till it hurts. And now that that is all absorbed in my skin, I do my eyebrows. So you guys are gonna love this. I literally use like 90% drugstore products just because they're so much cheaper and they work essentially the same as like high-end. Like, correct me if I'm wrong. I've tried lots of high-end products in my life. I used to be such a makeup freak, had like literally the most expensive products and they just work the same as drugstore. So now that I'm older, wiser, I just go to a drugstore because why am I going to spend all that money when it works just the same? For my brows, I use this L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. It literally is the same size as the Anastasia one. Looks pretty much the same. And honestly, I don't feel a difference. So I always start off with my brows. I just fill in any sparse areas that I may have. I have pretty naturally like thick brows. If I were to just let my eyebrows grow, I would be exactly like Frida Kahlo. My eyebrows are intense, so thank heavens for threading. So I only fill out the edges pretty much, or the corners, or I don't know. I don't really fill out the inner corners just because then I feel like it looks too boxy. So I just focus most of the product on the outside and then I comb it through until they look pretty even. Okay, those look pretty even. Now that my brows are done, I go ahead and put on my foundation. I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the shade 228 Soft Tan Bronze Dux. I hate how this has it doesn't have a pump or anything, so I hate having to put that on my hand. But yeah, I just some in there and as you can see, like sometimes it's a lot that comes out and it's just annoying. I don't like that about it, but I think it looks really natural and good. And so I just like spin that around my finger because I heard that somewhere, like it makes the product just creamier. And I heard it from Kylie's makeup artist actually. He's like, if you warm it up with your fingers, it makes the foundation look I don't know what word he used, but he's Kylie's makeup artist, so you just believe him. I don't really have a technique. I just literally put a bunch of dots all over my face. And then whatever's like on here, I get it with the beauty blender. Or it's not a beauty blender, this is the Real Techniques. I like this one better than the beauty blender. I like how it's much fatter and spongier. And then I just pat that in. And when I do my foundation, I avoid the nose as much as I can. I don't like foundation in my nose or on my nose. I just feel like if I avoid the nose, it almost looks as though I'm not wearing foundation. Like you can kind of trick people into thinking like, is she wearing it or is she not? Who knows? Okay, but other than that, I do get it everywhere. Down my neck, some on my ear, and then whatever product is left, I will put that on my nose. It's just a little bit. So now that that's settled, now I move on to the concealer. So for concealer, I use two different ones. So I mix these two. This is Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which I love, and Tarte, which I also love. So Maybelline's obviously a lot cheaper. Under my eyes, this is the shade Light Beige. So I kind of do use it a lot because I have really dark under circles, so I do need a lot of help when it comes to my under eyes. I always struggled with that. So yeah, that's the one thing I do cake on. And then a little bit on the edges of the nose because I do get red there. And then I take my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I use this for my under eyes too. Like I said, I really pack on my concealer. I'm trying to hide those bags because 3 a.m. like you guys saw how my bags look like right now, and it's 2 o'clock. Do you guys imagine at 3 a.m.? It is really bad. And then I just put a little bit on my brows just to define them more, and then here because that's what all the makeup artists say to do, and on my nose. There we go. We look like we're ready for war. Oh my god, so much concealer, but it is needed. So now I take my beauty blender and I'm gonna pat that in. And then with my fingers, I blend out the brow because the beauty blender can get messy under there. Yes?
Your drink.
Enrique made me a drink. What is it? It's really good. He's trying to get me drunk. Look at him. He should be a bartender. Like, look how cute this drink is. I don't work tomorrow, so we're gonna party. Party hardy. And then whatever's left, I kind of do it on the eyelid. So I'm cheating a little bit. I already have eyelash extensions. In the mornings, it would be so annoying because I'd have to do like my eyeliner and put fake lashes, and I was so annoyed by it. So I just got my lashes done today. I used to get them done all the time, but I just hate having to go in for fills. Like, it takes so long, and I'm like the most impatient person, like just like laying there and getting my lashes done. It just takes forever, so it's annoying. But I'm to the point where I'm so done with putting on fake lashes. It's just so time consuming. I'm over it. Now I just have lash extensions. Makes life so much easier. So whatever's left, I kind of just blend it with my fingers. I feel like with your fingers you can really get into those hard to reach areas. Oh yes, see, we already look so much better. A little ghostly, but that is refreshing. It's like a hot day today in Seattle, which is rare, so this drink feels good. Okay, then I go back to my brows and comb them just in case I got like any concealer on them. Now I'm gonna go ahead and powder my eyes. So I use this powder. It's called Original Formula Airspun Loose Base Powder. This stuff works so good. I actually like this stuff better than Laura Mercier, which is what I was using for a long time. But this just feels like it's so much more powerful. The only thing I absolutely hate about this is the scent. It smells so strong. Like, it smells like old lady perfume. Like, no hate to old ladies, but they smell good. It just smells like that old lady perfume. So it does say since 1935, like original formula. So they aren't playing when they say it's the original formula. Like, this totally smells like 1935, no joke. This is just like translucent powder. Whew. I used the little poofy thing that it comes with, actually. And then I'm gonna go ahead and bake under my eyes. I look like Scream. It's just like flying everywhere. You really have to make this face so you know, you don't want to bake while you have a normal face, because then you'll get the cracks in your eyes, right? So you gotta really extend your face. But this stuff's really cheap too. Like, I think the Laura Mercier powder costs like $30 or $40 or something like that. This one was like 10, if that, maybe less. I don't even bake for that long. I literally just put it on, and as I put it on, I take it off. So I'm already gonna go ahead and remove it. Since I do my makeup at 3 a.m., I'm like doing it super quick. Literally, this whole process takes me like 15 minutes tops. Don't really like the look of really thick makeup, so whatever's like left on my brush, I'll use that to like set up here where I also put concealer, and to set my eyelids since I put concealer here as well. And I use it to set my brows. So I just go all over, but I don't grab any more product. Just whatever I use, that's it. Yummy. Okay, what do I do next? So next off, I use this like old ass eyeshadow palette. It's from Too Faced. I got this like at the TJ Maxx discount section. Like, I bet you guys have never even seen this palette, because I know I haven't. But it was like on sale, and I got this like a year ago. It's probably expired, but there's this shade in here that I love. As you can tell, I hit pan on it. It's just a very sparkly, shimmery gold, and I haven't seen it in other palettes. So I just go back to this. This is literally the only palette I have now. I got rid of so much makeup. I just went through this phase where I was just over makeup. Like, I don't want it anymore. So this is the only palette I have. I'm gonna use that, and then I use my finger, and then I put that on my brow bone, and it just gives this really nice gold shimmer. It's like not too dramatic, which I love. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm gonna be really sad when I'm out of this because I don't think they sell this palette anymore. I guess I haven't looked it up, but I haven't seen it at Sephora or anything. So I put that in the inner corner, then I just like do this all the way up. You see how it connected right there? It connects from the inner corner all the way to the brow bone. That's it. That's my shadow. All right, so eyes are done. So now we're gonna move on to highlighter. So I use this highlighter from MAC. It's called Soft and Gentle. I don't know, I'm really a fan of natural makeup, and the name is just as it claims, soft and gentle. I don't want such an overpowering highlight. So I just take some, and I like this brush for my highlighter. So I only do it here. Start literally from the hairline down, and I don't go all the way. I just stay right here. I think most people put highlighter at the end, but then I feel like this way, once I put my blush and then the final touches, it blends the highlighter more, so it doesn't look like just a plain streak. So I do this before my blush or bronzer, if I put bronzer. Connect it a little bit here with my brows. And a little bit on the forehead. Not too much because we don't want to look greasy. Oh my gosh, I'm like almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and do blush. I was debating whether I should do bronzer because I do sometimes put bronzer, but it is so rare. So I'm not gonna do it because this is just realistic what I do in the mornings. I really don't use bronzer. Unless it's like some kind of event or I don't know. I don't know. So I use blush, lots of blush. I love blush. And the one I use is L'Oreal Paris Infallible Paints. This shit is like $4 for 4 colors. So literally each pan costs you $1. One of mine fell off, unfortunately. So this is what I use on my cheeks. I don't really have a color preference. I literally just go like this. I feel like such a old person when I do my makeup. Like I see how I do my makeup and it's literally how my mom does it. Like just bullshit it. So yeah, I just mix these all up, pat it away, and then put it on my cheeks. And see, that's why I use the highlighter before everything, just because that way I pat it in and it blends in with the blush, and I think it looks better. And I put some on my nose, and that's also why I don't use a bronzer, because like once you put bronzer and then the blush, it ends up looking really orange and not like a true pink. Like the blush just always turns orange for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, I just do lots of blush. Like I guess on the camera it seems like a lot, but literally I like that look. Like if you use the filters on Instagram, most of them, you know, they're the typical ones with like freckles and a lot of blush. I don't know, it gives you this sort of cuter look in my opinion. So especially when I'm at work, like since I'm a bikini barista, you know, so it makes guys feel like they're making me blush and like I'm nervous. And I know people say not to smile when you do it because it makes it look lower, but just stop listening to what people say. Like some things will work for them, some things will work for you. That's the beautiful thing about makeup. Like everybody finds their own techniques. My techniques, I've just learned them throughout the years. Like before, my makeup used to be so heavy. I would do like heavy contour, like the nose, lots of eyeshadow, and there's nothing wrong with that, but with time I've come to realize that this is kind of like what I like more. Okay, so in the end I get my like powder brush again, and I go back under my eyes and then some here just to give my a bit more chiseled. Then I do a lippy. This is the one I use the most because it's a chapstick and it has color. So this is Sun Bum, and it's a tinted sunscreen lip balm. So it's good for your lips and it looks cute, and it's the color Bonfire. So honestly, this is what I use every day at work. It's what works for me. I love it. And then you guys might think I'm crazy, but with whatever's left on my lip, I put it on my cheek and I blend that in, and it looks creamy. It makes my skin look even smoother. I don't know, I'm crazy. And then lastly, which I honestly shouldn't have done this last, I should have done this before the powder. I take this like angled brush, and I'm gonna take this palette and use this dark color right here. I'll put that under my lash line. Definitely do this before the powder though. Like I messed up, but yeah. Go back just in case some fell, but nothing really fell. And then once that's all done, I take my wet beauty blender again, and then I just go over my skin and pat everything in, just so everything's like really well pressed in there. And that is pretty much it. Oh wait, got my shoulders. I always do my shoulders. So highlight the shoulders, look very glowy. Okay, you guys, so that was basically it for my 3 a.m. Makeup routine. That is what I do every day. It was actually really fast now that I have eyelash extensions. Like, I highly recommend getting eyelash extensions. It made my routine that much quicker. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned some tips and tricks. And if you have some tips and tricks for me, feel free to leave them in the comments down below so I can see. I am no makeup guru, obviously, but I do love makeup. I love how it makes you look so refreshed. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, which will hopefully be very soon. Yeah, thank you so much.